forever. I don't know why, but it does. And now I'm live on YouTube. Hello, my YouTube fans. You now get to watch me go live on Facebook as well. All right, and here we go. Away we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, moms and dads. Man, there's something weird with my screen today. I cleaned it off, and I got kind of a hazy glow. So I don't even know what to say about that. So my telephone screen. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, moms and dads, children of all persuasions. My name is Tony Vicich, and you are watching Living on a Thin Line. This is your daily diversion from all the anxiety, hoopla, weirdness, and madness going on out in planet Earth right now. I'm tripping over my own words starting out. Probably not the best way to start a show. Dealing with a minor technical thing with the camera itself. But you know what? That's okay. Hello, Lauren. Good afternoon to you. Got a great show lined up for you today. I guess what's going on right now is that I can't wipe it off right now because I've got the show on. Okay. Hold on, I'm going to try that now. You guys get to watch me do this. And it makes maybe it makes a difference. I don't know. All right, we'll see. Does that look better? I guess what they're doing is a lot of places are opening up now. So restaurants are having having the dine-in experience now. You're able to dine in. How many of you are going to run out to a restaurant right now? You were in soft focus like Victoria Barkley in the Big Valley. Okay. That joke came to you from a guy in Canada. Scott Gleason said, yep, just ate at Burger King. Good for you, Scott. Good for you. All right, that you ate at Burger King. I'm going to hold off. From going in and sitting down at a restaurant, handling a menu. There's a lot of things I've risked my life for in my life. There's been a lot of things I will risk my life for. But getting a well-done steak at Denny's, I don't think that's worth it. I don't want to be sitting in some Burger King or some Denny's or some McDonald's and I'm enjoying my Big Mac or my Whopper or my Grand Slam breakfast, and then some guy with my kids ain't busting on his shirt and no butt, no putt hat on, sit there and goes, see you. And then my whole life is ruined. I don't know. It's just not quite worth it yet. That's what I think. Nancy DiNicola says, where are you and what are you going to talk about? I am in my chair and I'm going to talk about whatever pops into my head. Anyway, so good for you, Scott. You went to Burger King. There's certain risks I'll take. There's certain family members that I know that we've all appropriately social distanced for a long time now and that I will spend time with in person. For the love of my family, I will take a risk. Okay. I don't know if I want to risk my life for Burger King. That's all I'm saying. I'm not putting Burger King down. I haven't liked Burger King. As a matter of fact, we went through the drive-thru at Taco Bell yesterday. I'm not a fan of Taco Bell. I normally don't eat Taco Bell, but it's been so long since I'd eaten anything like Taco Bell. And my grandson was with us, and he loved Taco Bell, that we got Taco Bell. Nothing against them. We're going to fill out the survey saying what a great job they did. Thank you. Jim Perry says you look gorgeous. I don't know what happened to my camera here, but I'm like in soft focus. It's like all of a sudden music should be playing in the background going la na 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 la na 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 na. But I love you. But it's too soon, Pierre. La na 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 na. Eric Roy says, how about Red Lobster? Is seafood worth it? Seafood is worth it, Eric Roy. Red Lobster is not. Like I said, but I've hit now. There's family members that have all been practicing safe social distancing for quite some time, and getting together with them and still being, as safe as possible. That to me is worth the risk right now. All right, if I had some sort of job where I've had to do things, we got to go to the store. Then there's a couple of times we'd have to do banking stuff or legal stuff, and we had to venture out. I wear a face mask. I wear gloves. I'm not going to go through all this shit. I'm not going to go through, basically being trapped in our house for 15, 20, 30, 60, 90 days and go, well, I don't wear no mask when I go out. We've gone to Walmart a few times out here in Maricopa. And if anybody needs to wear masks, there's a lot of the folks that we saw in Walmart. So if you're going to do it, more power to you. More power to you. I myself don't see it as where I want to place my risk right now. It's not where I want to put my money on the table. By the way, my heart goes out to every restaurant worker, every restaurant, every business impacted. We've certainly been impacted. It is tough. It is hard. I know that. And I understand you want to open back up. I get it. Okay. I'm just not going there yet. Okay. I'm going to have to see some real ticks down before I go, all right, that's it. Let's go to Wendy's and get ourselves a hot and juicy. So I'm not risking my life look, you're risking your life when you eat fast food anyway. It's heart attack in a bun for the most part. So I'm not doubling the risk. The casino down the street from where Shirley and I live is opening this Friday. So you'll be able to double your gamble. You'll be able to gamble your money and your life both at the same time on the green felt with a big plexiglass right next to you, and whatever drunken bum who's blowing off his Social Security at a blackjack table out in the desert, you'll be safe from him. Eric Roy says, see, now I want a hamburger. Well, you can have one, Eric. I think all the people who are opposed to masks, and I get it, and all the people that are opposed to gloves, and I get it, okay? And all the people who say it's a hoax, and I get it, and all the people that want to crowd into a McDonald's and have a McSlurry or McFlurry or whatever the hell it is, you go do it now. All of you, go. I'm encouraging it. Go. And then, the field will be clear. Okay. A couple things to tell you about right now as we go on there. And you're welcome to comment on anything I said right there. Like I said, I don't put you down or shame you or anything. If you decided to go out to a restaurant today, I just ain't doing it. Couple things going on with the show. Dates in the world. I've got it this Sunday night for you. 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Jonathan Gregory, everybody in Arizona knows this breakout comic. He was listed on the Thrill list as one of the 50 best unknown comics in the United States. That was a year or two ago. He has toured somewhat. Schools.com, that's comedyschools.com, or comedyschools.radionetwork.com, and click the link and buy a ticket. See an incredible show. A lot of people have given some of us to do this grief, and especially older comics like guys my age, who a lot of them have been doing cruise ships for the past 20, 25 years, which is cool. Very cool. Are doing corporate shows for the last 20 or 25 years, which is cool. But now they're putting down people who are doing Zoom presentations or social media presentations. Going, well, I ain't even real comedy. It's not in front of a live audience. A lot of things aren't in front of a live audience. Charlie Chaplin, there's no funny movie. Something About Mary wasn't filmed in front of a live audience. All right? No Charlie Chaplin movie was filmed in front of a live audience. Stand-up is filmed in front of audiences that are far, far away, and there's a whole bunch of cameras in front of them. So we're not doing anything more than a wider version of pay-per-view. You want to see a great show. You want to have some fun. You want to see some new programming. You want to see a comic that's completely different. I guarantee it. I guarantee you won't forget this show. Tune in Sunday night, 7 p.m. Jonathan Gregory on Tony Vicich Presents Sunday Nights Funnier. Get tickets by going to .com and clicking on the Get Tickets little icon. All right. That was the whole, who was the lady who asked what I don't know where she is. So now you know what I'm talking about. We do 3 things on this show, normally every day. One is we do shameless plugs for the stuff that we're involved with, including my workshops. New one starting for you beginners, May 28th, 6 p.m. Once again, all you have to do is go to comedyschools.com to register. Do something creative, do something fun, do something different with your time. Because even as we open up, we're not really open yet. Okay, we're kind of half open. And when we're half open, a lot of us can be at home. There's still not going to be a lot to do that there used to be to do. Okay, and you're looking for something different because you go, all right, I'm going nuts just doing the same stuff. Take a workshop, take a class, check mine out. Go to comedyschools.com. Okay, the three things that we build this show around is David Van Winkle. We build it around David Van Winkle. Mike Ramsey. Okay, without David Van Winkle, Mike Ramsey, and Eric Roy all of a sudden starved for a hamburger. Three things that we do. I always show you some little knickknack or paraphernalia I have here around the house, and if there's a story behind it, we talk about it. I also recommend two either bands, musicians, or albums based on my extensive vinyl collection. I got two kind of weird ones for you today. Okay, it's based on my philosophy since the beginning of the quarantine. We have to make old things new again, since there a lot of things that used to stimulate us and be around us aren't. Sports are gone. A lot of forms of entertainment are gone. They'll all be back. They'll all be back. Not tomorrow, but they're all going to be back. We have to find new ways to stimulate ourselves. And I'm not going to suggest 110 or 220 because that can leave a mark. So what we've been doing is just kind of looking around at all the stuff we've had in our house. How much stuff do you have in your house or in your garage or in your spare room that meant something to you at one time and has now just been shunted off to the side and you don't even think about it anymore? So that's kind of what we're doing. So those are two things. And then the third thing is we are in the final phases. And thank you, Glenn, for saying that. He said it changed his life forever for the better. And Glenn Vroman, you were here. You watched when I had this house built. You helped me put up the blinds in this house. You are a hell of a guy. I'm glad that you have found happiness and love and all the great things that you have found in your life, Glenn, up there in Colorado. So that was just a normal cough, ladies and gentlemen. Do not start weeping. I'm glad for you, and I'm glad that you're watching right now. The other thing that we're doing is we're almost finished compiling our list of the 10 coolest people ever. Once it's compiled, we'll put it on social media. We'll say that these were our choices, the regular viewers and listeners of Living on a Thin Line. Let's see. Glenn Roman says, I didn't help. I put them up. See now, Shirley.
I believe that.
I've always had a little Tom Sawyer in me. Hold on. What are you showing me, Sullivan? My grandson showed me something.
It's a comic book that I made.
It's a comic book you made? Hold on. I'm going to show you a comic book that my grandson has made. Go ahead and show it to us. All right. It's kind of hard for him to see unless you put it up close. There you go. That is a comic book by my grandson. That is something new.
It's about toilet paper.
It's about toilet paper. It's a comic book about toilet paper. Tell us about the comic book.
So these two guys.
Those two guys.
Just shopping.
They
just find one roll of toilet paper.
They just find one roll of toilet paper.
But
for
$0.
For $0. Very good. That's a good comic book.
So then they fight over it.
Yeah.
This guy right here.
Yeah.
Gets the toilet book.
Getting back to Glenn in the blinds in my house, which is totally thrown off the trajectory of the show. It goes, you held a screwdriver. Yes, I did, but not one with vodka in it because I don't drink. Hello, Lily. Once again, congratulations to my brother's beautiful now fiance, Lily. I look forward to attending your wedding either on Zoom or in person. Jerry Vicich says, Shirley is your Ed McMahon, only much better looking. Yeah, we're going to rewrite that joke, Jer. Lauren Oliver says, perfect writing, conflict, man against nature. So a friend of mine, Sullivan, likes your cartoon very much. Okay, he said it was perfect writing. Okay, conflict, man against nature. Wow, you know what? We might even do that. We're having so much fun shooting a breeze with you guys. I got so many people on here that I like and care about deeply. Lauren Molliver, former student and now very good friend and legal, and his fiance, my old buddy Glenn Vroman. All of you guys are here along with all the other great people. Let me get to the list, okay? Because we got to pick one more. We got to do it this week. 10 coolest people ever. Here's who's on the list in descending order. Number 9, Billie Holiday. 8, Jack Nicholson. 7, Humphrey Bogart. 6, Prince. 5, Steve McQueen. 4, Frank Sinatra. 3, James Dean. 2, Keith Richards. Number 1, Miles Davis. No one else can go on the maybe list. We still have an extensive maybe list. And here's who they are. And probably by Thursday, I will pick the final one. And then we're going to put it on social media, okay, and say that we worked together over weeks to compile this list. and then let all the trolls and weirdos put up YouTube conspiracy videos about it. This shows that there was a conspiracy against Donald Trump because he wasn't put on the list of the 10 coolest people ever. I'd my constitutional rights to cough right into your earlobe. Dean Martin, Sean Connery. Yes. And, Dean has 4 votes and Sean has 3. These are your maybe list. Charles Bronson, Billie Holiday, Muhammad Ali, Elvis Presley, my brother Jerry and myself, Buddy Rich, Richard Pryor, okay, John Kennedy, Bruce Lee, Samuel motherfucking Jackson, Chuck. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about the language there, Sullivan. That's how Samuel Jackson talks. Chuck Norris, Jack Nicholson, Denzel Washington, Kurt Cobain, Tina Turner, Cindy Portier, Lauren Bacall, Little Richard, Katharine Hepburn, Bob Dylan, Lenny Bruce, and that is who on the list. Nancy DiNicola, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, says you need a light from a lamp in front of you, not window light behind you. Realize you may not have a lighting tech available. That's true. As a comic, we want to see your face clearly. Your timing and facial expressions. Hold on. All I see is Seymour. I can't see more. Hey, so you know what? You're right. And you know what? And Nancy will work with it. Garvey Biggers, how are you? There you are. All right. So I gave you the maybe list. So far, no one's voted for anyone today. By Thursday, I will choose. And like I said, Dean Martin has 4 votes. Sean Connery has 3. Lenny Bruce has 1. Denzel Washington has 3. Lauren Bacall has 3. Jack Nicholson has 2. Okay, so we're going to have to pick that in a little bit. I'm going to skip the memento part today, okay, because we're eating up a lot of time here, and they're cool little mementos, but I'm going to skip them for today and get right to the music that I'm going to recommend for you today. So I have been recommending, with my extensive vinyl album collection, either to acquaint yourself with them, or if you never heard of them, you'll check it out. So here we go. Here's the 2 recommendations today. Glenn Broman says, you're just blurry. You look better that way. Don't I, though? All right. So the first, there's the album cover. There we go. It says East or West Coast. That's safe enough. You don't want any nuts struck you down. We're West Coast, Nancy. West Coast. All right. There we go. And Nancy, we don't want any nuts striking us down, but Nancy, we are the nuts. This album is by a band called Stealers Wheel. Stealers Wheel had 1 hit, but it was a monster, and it was in the beginning of 1973. Stealers Wheel consists of Joe Egan, Jerry Rafferty, Paul Pilnick, Tony Williams, or Rod Coombs. It was a Lieber Stoller production. So I guess what they're saying is that the guys who wrote all the Elvis hits produced this. Okay. So side 1, Late Again. I'm going to skip the second song and to say what that is last. Then Another Meaning, I Get By, Outside Looking In, You Put Something Better Inside Me, Get So Lonely, Jose, Next to Me, Johnny Song. You've never heard of those songs. No one will ever listen to those. Here's the song that was the monster off of that. It was, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got a feeling that something ain't right. That's right. Stuck in the Middle with You. Stuck in the Middle with You. Stunningly big song. This was a big song where Kelly Wilson just joined us. Me, my buddy Kelly Wilson, Craig Pemberton, when we were all hanging out together in high school, this was a song that we all loved, we all listened to, okay? And it had the line that we were sitting in the middle. What do I say? There's clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Monster hit, okay? Feel good, fun song. Later on, it gained new fame and new notoriety and new popularity in the movie Reservoir Dogs. Because in the movie Reservoir Dogs, when the one guy cuts off the cop's ear, that's the song he's doing the little dance to. Okay, so Quentin Tarantino making an incredible good use of music to create a scene. Stuck in the Middle with You. By the way, the guy Jerry Rafferty, who was in Stealers Wheel, later on, just a few years later, about 3 years later, had a huge monster hit on his own as a solo artist called Bleecker Street. riding your way down. Anyway, I can't even sing that, but with that incredible saxophone solo. So Jerry Rafferty was involved with two of the biggest songs of the 70s and then quietly disappeared. It was never heard from again. I hope that he made money off of those songs and was able to go fishing and hanging out in a pub and eat fish and chips and go to soccer for the rest of his life off the money he made off of those. It always gets me when someone goes, somebody was a one-hit wonder. They go, hey, just a one-hit wonder. Yeah, but they had one. They had one. Okay, so they were an important part of the 70s and the 90s, Steeler Wheel. This band was an important part of the 80s. Now, not really my era, really not my generation, kind of, but they were kind of important for a couple of particular reasons. And there it is. You can see it. It says Men at Work. Men at Work, an Australian band. The songs on this album were Who Can It Be Now? Who Can It Be Now? I Can See in Your Eyes, Down Under. And them come from a land down under. Underground, Helpless Automation. People just love to play with words. Be Good, Johnny. Johnny, be good. Touching the Untouchables, Catch a Star, Down by the Sea. 3 big hits off of this album by Men at Work, an 80s band coming out of Australia. Who Can It Be Now? And Down Under, monster hits. But more importantly, if these types of things are important, they were one of the first MTV bands. One of the first MTV bands. So when music television came along, by the way, the very first song played on MTV was by the Buggies called, or was it Buggles? Buggles or Buggies? Called Video Killed the Radio Star. Video killed the radio star. MTV then kind of took over the entire world. Radio stations making stars. MTV made stars. When they first started out, there wasn't a lot of programming, and they were going to take anything anybody sent. And bands like Greg Kihn sent in video. Greg Kihn Band sent in videos. Men at Work sent in videos. The Pretenders sent in videos. And Duran Duran sent in videos. Because it was an idea a lot of stoner kids had in their head at one time. You know, it'd be cool if like they made like little movies to the music. That'd be like cool. And there had been that sort of thing done before. But now there you had 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, constant music being played to videos that the bands made. The first one's so very simple and so very primitive that almost to look at it now is amazing that you watched it, because at one point a video on MTV sometimes cost $1 million, $3 million to produce. Right now MTV, I guess they're back to playing some videos. The only time I watch it now is to watch Ridiculousness over and over and over again, because I just love that silly ass show. It is my guilty pleasure. Men at Work, huge 80s band. Check them out. YouTube, Who Can It Be Now? Down Under, and Be Good, Johnny. Those, you do all of them, but those were the big hits. They were fun to listen to. Do you like a Vegemite sandwich? My 6 degrees of separation from MTV are this. In the 70s, I was in an acting class in Hollywood at the Lee Strasberg Theater Institute. I was in an advanced acting class. And in the advanced acting class, you were assigned one scene partner, and you worked on one scene for, I think, 3 months. And the scene I was assigned to was The Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams. It was a scene where the brother brings over a friend of his to be like a date for his sister, who has a what is then called a clubfoot and is painfully shy. And he's known as the gentleman caller. And I did work on that scene for 3 months with a young lady named, wow, why is there's so much activity in the room right now that I, what was her name? How can I be blanking on this good a friend of mine's name? That's 64 for you. That's 64. No, not Amy Madigan, not Amy. It was, anyway, so I knew one of the, Nina Blackwood. They say the, whatchamacallit is the first to go. Nina Blackwood was my scene partner. Apartment over on 3rd Avenue in Los Angeles, where a bunch of little British guys lived, a bunch of guys and girls lived, kind of a party house. And they came in, I go, what are you guys doing? They go, oh, we're watching this thing, music television, where they play little movies to the music, Tony. It's really good. And they got DJs, like they got this one hot girl right here. So, Glenn says, I think everyone was yelling at the screen. It's like it was Nina. And I go, rodent? If you know that commercial. Anyway, I turn on, there's Nina, and she is one of the original VJs on music television. Also, I became good friends with, decades later, the bass player from Duran Duran, John Taylor. So those are kind of like my 6 degrees of separation from MTV. And now you're closer to the original history of MTV because you know me. Okay? All right, I think that's it. We're going to wrap up for the day. I hope you had a good time. I had a good time talking with you guys, commiserating. Hold on, we got something going here from the grandson. He wants to show me something. What do you got there, buddy?
And you can't really see it.
I can't really see it.
He's a human. His name is Finn. He's on Adventure Time.
It's a human. His name is Finn. He's on Adventure Time. It's a human. His name is Finn. He's on Adventure Time. Oh, thank you, pal.
Too bad it ended on 28.
Okay, hold on. No one can see on the face. Come over here for a second. Come over here. They can see you on YouTube, but they can't see you on Facebook. Stick your face in right here and say hi. All right. Okay, we're going to wrap it up. Hey, a couple things for you guys to remember. Okay, this Sunday night, 7 p.m., Jonathan Gregory. Okay, in your living room through the magic of Zoom, Tony Vicich presents one of the funniest people in America. Tickets are only $10. Get the tickets by going to comedyschools.com or comedyschools.radionetwork.com. If you ever thought about doing a stand-up comedy workshop, and why not do something different? Hell, I cleaned up my whole backyard. That's about as different as I get. Check out comedyschools.com. Register for our new beginning classes starting May 28th. I guarantee I'll make it worth your while. For my wife, who just happens to be the producer of the show, Shirley Lowe Vicich. For my assistant today, the grandson, Sullivan Ramirez, I want to thank you for watching. We had fun today. Men at Work, Steelers Wheel. We need one more person on the top 10 of the coolest people ever list, and then we'll move on to another list. My name's Tony Vicich. I'll be talking to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Just end.
Yeah. There we go.